In this video, we shall be discussing how to draw the support and resistance lines, and we shall be discussing about three strategies on how to use them. Right now, we are using Ethereum and Tether USD chart, and this is a cryptocurrency pair, obviously. And this is 1 hour time frame, and we are using the Binance exchange, and this is trading view charting platform, which is basically with every brokers. So what you need to do, you need to open the chart and find the highest price level and make a horizontal line there. And if you're using the trading view, make sure that you do a shift button press when you draw that. Otherwise, it will not draw a proper horizontal line. Okay. Now, after you have done that, you can argue that why you are starting like that. We can also zoom out. Yeah, let's zoom out. Let's take more candles. In that case, it will be starting from here. Okay. So it doesn't matter. So as you can see, this is the first resistance. The high point of the entire chart is the first resistance point. And the resistance and support levels will change as you change the time frame, as you take more candles. So right now we are considering only this amount of candles of whatever we are seeing right now. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. Now let's draw another line. And let's move up to the next resistance where the price is trying to go up and it is resisting like that, and it should be horizontal line. Now see, these lines, this is actually, you can say, the lower highs of resistance. Yeah, it actually get created like that. So if you know the trend analysis and the concept of trend analysis, you can see the resistance itself is getting a lower high, right? So this is going like that. So it doesn't matter, we need to take the highest one. Now, what is the most significant one? So these are not the significant. You can see this is consolidating here. It doesn't make any sense to do anything here. Or like the highest of the range is this. There is no significant high in the between. There is no significant point in the between where it is reverting. All these levels have same priority. Okay. In terms of resistance. Okay. The next thing which is more important is this area. See, this is trying to go up and it is resisting. So right now in this area, you need to see the highest point of this area, which is this candle. So let's do that, and let's just extend it to the, yeah, all done. Sorry, I don't know what that came. Okay, now let's draw one more line. What is the next significant area? There is any significant area in this point? Like if you argue that, okay, let me just load the line, shorten the line, shorten the line. Okay, if you argue that this is a significant point, then let's draw it like that. You can see, okay, this is a significant point, but at this point this candle's body is formed above this point line, sorry. So in this case, this line is getting invalidated. Okay, so this resistance is not a very strong resistance. Okay, so we can call it as a weak resistance, and we do not need to see this resistance in a lower time frame, which is 1 hour time frame is considered as a lower time frame in crypto because it moves very fast and is very volatile. Now let's move to the next part, which is support. So to find a support, we need to do the same thing which we just did for the finding resistance. That is, draw a line to the lowest point of this chart, which you are seeing here, which is this point. So this is the first support, which is very easy. And what about the next one? So in the next one, we are drawing another line horizontal just above this one. And we need to keep moving this line until we find a point which is significantly showing that this support is some important line. So we can consider this part, right? So if you see this low of this candle is, you can see at this area, the low of this candle is 153.91 and the low of this candle is 153.93. So that is a basically difference of 0.03, which it doesn't even count. Okay. So this thing, this line is obviously is obviously can be considered as a good support point, a support line for this area. And as we have discussed about this point, this area, we can also talk about this area, that this area is actually consolidating. So in this case, you cannot just draw, you can just see some correlations, like see this candle and this candle is making a good resistance, like we have discussed it there. And similarly we can just tell that this area and this area is making some mini support kind of stuff, but that doesn't make any sense. It is also weak support or whatever. We just need to discard this kind of lines. So this is how you can just draw the resistances and the supports. Now this resistance is called the resistance 2, this resistance is called the resistance 1, this one is called as support 1, and this is called support 2. So it goes like this. And there is no rule that it has to be equidistant or something like that. It depends on the candle, and we just showed you that how to draw that. So let's say this is the current price, which is CMP. So the next support to this one is called the S1. So this is the term of price action. Many traders use the same thing. And in price action, we are calculating the resistance and supports using the theories of price action, which is using only the candles. And there are many other theories which are using to calculate the support and resistance in many different ways. But when they label the support and resistances, as per the theory, they also always label in the same nomenclature we are just showing you here. Okay. So the R1, R2, S1, S2, it goes like this, and it can also go beyond that. R3 dot 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 Rn and S3 dot 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 Sn. Okay. So that's it. In the next video, we shall be discussing about more on the strategies of how to use this kind of lines.